In this video, we're going to talk about rates and unit prices. So the first thing you need to know is how to find a rate. And a rate is just a ratio of two quantities that have different kinds of measures. And it's important to remember that the word per in mathematics means division. So that's going to be really helpful when we're looking at statements and turning them into rates. So let's look at this first example. Taylor drove his car 258 miles on 12 gallons of gas. What is the rate in miles per gallon? So we want to start with miles, and per means divide, and then we're going to divide by our gallons. So we're going to set it up as 258, because that was miles, and I'm going to abbreviate that MI, and we're going to divide by 12 gallons. Okay, so that is our rate of miles per gallon. But we simplify that down. We're going to look at unit rates here in a minute. And if we simplify this, we would actually get our unit rate, right? So how far does he travel in how many miles in 1 gallon? So we can simplify this into 21.5, and it's miles. And that's per 1 gallon. And we did that, of course, just by dividing. I used my calculator, 258 divided by 12. Okay, and that's miles per gallon, or we could write it out as just 21.5 miles per gallon. We don't have to leave it as a fraction in this case because 1 is just in the denominator. So miles per gallon. Okay. The second one, a professional basketball player played 15 games and scored 213 points. What is his rate in points per game? And again, remember your rate should tell you which one gets divided by which. So points per divided by game. So in this case, I'm going to take 213 points and divide by 15 games. So if I divide that, I'm going to get, you should get 14.2 points per game. And we're just going to go ahead and I use the division here for per, but you could write the word per, points per game. Either way is totally fine. So then the book distinguishes that unit rates are the same as finding rates that we just did in these two, but we're doing it per unit or unit price per number of units. So we want to get it down like we just did with these two and simplify it down into our per unit, meaning per one. Okay, so let's say a customer bought 8 cans of corn for a total of $10.88. What is the unit price in dollars per can? So how much is each individual can? So we're going to start out with our $10.88. We're going to divide by how many cans we bought, which is 8. And if you type that into your calculator, I hope you're following along here, you will get $1.36. We're going to label that as dollars per can. Okay, so we have dollars per can. And that's per 1 can, but we don't need to write the 1. Okay? Look at the second one. At Winco, you can purchase 1.66 pounds of chicken for $7.27. What is the unit price in dollars per pound? Okay, so again, we're going to start with dollars here. $7.27. We're going to divide by our 1.66 because that's how many pounds that equates to. And when you divide it on your calculator, you should get, this is interesting. So I'm going to put approximately. I get an answer like this, 4.37951.8, and it just keeps going. But what my unit rate is dollars per pound, and I can't pay $4.37951.8, right? So in this case, I need to round. So we're going to round whenever we're dealing with money. We're going to round to 2 decimal places. So I look at the 3, 7, there's my second one. So I got to look at the next one. It's a 9. That means I'm going to round up. So I have $4.38 approximately per pound. And you can use LB if you wish for pound as well. Okay? So let's look at this next one. You might be given a problem at some point that says, which is the best deal? Okay, so let's say you're out and you're going to buy some diapers. And diapers come in many different size packages. Oftentimes people think the package with the most in it is the best deal, but is that really true? So this package has 44 diapers, this package has 128 diapers, and this one has 176 diapers. If we compare the unit price, or the price per diaper, in each of these three, we're going to see which one would give us the best deal. Okay, so go ahead and start. $12.99 for 44. That's supposed to be a 4. See if I can fix that. $44. Okay. Our next one is going to be $29.99 for 128. And our last one is going to be $44.99 for 176. And again, I'm having a little problem with my pen here. Okay, so all we're looking for is what's the unit price? What's the unit rate for each of these? And we're just going to simply divide. So for our first case, we are going to get 0.295, so that's going to round. So this is going to be 30 cents per diaper. Our next one, when we divide, we're going to get 0.234, so we could leave that as 23 cents per diaper. We might want to remember that it's 234 just in case. And our last one, when we divide, we get 0.255, so this would actually be 0.26 per diaper. So then if you ask yourself, well, which one is the better deal? Clearly, if you look at your unit rate, you're paying the least amount per diaper for the second one. And that's how we work with rates and unit rates. See you in the next video.